What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another podcast video. And this is the wrestling news on September 30th, the last month of September, of course, of 2024. And we're going to be going down the list of the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you Assassinators need to know. And we're going to start off today with some Roman Reigns news has been confirmed for a major upcoming event. The OTC status for WWE Royal Rumble on February 1st, 2025 has finally been confirmed. We are now just days away from Roman Reigns match since WrestleMania 40, as he and Cody Rhodes will team up for the first time ever against the new bloodline Sol Sikoa and Jacob Fatu at WWE Bad Blood this Saturday, October 5th. With Reigns only working limited dates in WWE, fans are always eagerly awaiting news regarding his future appearances. His next PLE after Bad Blood confirmed to be Survivor Series War Games on November 30th. Now, just days after the OTC was also announced for 5 SmackDown dates in October and November, we now have confirmation of his status at the 2025 Royal Rumble PLE. The WWE recently unveiled the poster of the 38th annual event, with Roman Reigns featured front and center alongside Cody Rhodes, Morgan, and even Bianca Belair, confirming all 6 stars to appear at the event at Indianapolis at the Lucas Oil Stadium, along with the poster. It says WWE also announced that tickets will go on sale for the event on November 15th, with the pre-sale beginning 2 days prior to the original date on November 13th. You could check that down below, for information of itself, right down here, where you can see it right here on the 38th annual Royal Rumble event. There will feature the likes of Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. It says the message right here, or no, let me go right on to the paragraph I was just reading on, but what are your thoughts onto this? That Roman Reigns is going to be appearing, and do you think he's going to be entering the Royal Rumble for the first time in over 5 years? Yeah, I'll say 5 years, since 2020. Yeah, because that's the last time he won. He nearly won the whole thing, but he got eliminated by Drew McIntyre, which he was the last one to survive in there, and he was on his way to facing Brock Lesnar. But that's a different video for a different day. But yeah. That'll be very interesting to see. But this time, him as the tribal chief, or OTC, whatever you want to call him, wherever the O stands for original or only. But yeah, it'll be very interesting to see him in this persona, inside the Royal Rumble, maybe as a baby face though, yeah, because I just cannot see him getting the shot at the WWE Championship, more. I don't think they're gonna get shot then. Maybe at Crown Jewel, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe even the debut Raw on Netflix. Wherever that floats their boat. To be the sooner the better kind of situation. But I mean, he could. But I would prefer him to be on the Royal Rumble match. And what are your thoughts on the card? What are your thoughts on the card of that? Do you agree with me? Do you think that he should be in the Royal Rumble match? Or do you think he should should be in the title match with Cody Rhodes? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But also, I'll say that the reason why I would want Roman Reigns to be in the Rumble is to create an angle like with the bloodline, like with him facing either Jacob Fatu or Solo Sikoa, which I think he's going to face Solo at WrestleMania. WrestleMania 41 in particular, because it seemed like they're doing The Rock versus Cody at WrestleMania 41, which I thought was going to be sooner, and I was hoping to be the case so we can see The Rock versus Roman on this coming WrestleMania, but it looks like we won't see it until 42, which it will be in what city they're going to be in 2026 at WrestleMania. I'm not totally sure. I'm assuming like maybe Saudi Arabia or even in London, England, like for Wembley Stadium, like for that event, or even at Minneapolis, Minnesota in their US Bank Stadium. But we're just gonna have to wait and see when that does become available, like of what's gonna be in a scenario, of course. But let's move on. We got Drew McIntyre news with him addresses next WWE feud plans after CM Punk. Ahead of of the takedown, like on Sports Illustrated, like Drew McIntyre shared like his hope like for next WWE feud after CM Punk. He stated, "Whatever I do next, like I've already told WWE Creative, you're not gonna find something like this because this is legitimately hatred, but I better have something I can buy into." That's based in truth, like I can really have fun with it. See what can happen if you give me like something I truly believe in. McIntyre and Punk will be in the building for the Monday's September 30th edition of WWE Raw ahead of their third encounter together. For the full lineup of WWE Bad Blood, you can just check it out on this link down below. But we already know who's going to be fighting who already. Well, at least I do, and you Assassinators that watch WWE do. But let me know in the comments for those like that are invested into this rivalry, like who's going to be winning this match inside Hell in a Cell. And secondly, who's I do think they're going to finally move on from one another. Let me know in the comments down below. I think they will, but like for now. But maybe we could see Drew McIntyre could win this Hell in a Cell match, and then thinking he got rid of CM Punk once and for all, but only for him to come back somewhere like down the lines on the Royal Rumble with CM Punk happen to eliminate Drew McIntyre, and then he'll again, this is where he wins the Royal Rumble. He pointed out that WrestleMania science finally going to achieve that dream of main event WrestleMania, but this is where we can see Drew McIntyre try to take him out once again and make sure he does not make it to Mania. And then he's going to probably replace him, like the face, whoever it could be, like Gunther or Seth Rollins or maybe even John Cena. But I would prefer John Cena not to win the world championship, at least not just yet. Maybe anytime after WrestleMania. It should be a non-title action, and yeah, it may sound selfish, but I hope Cena does win the singles match. But that's going to be a different topic for a different day. But I think it should be someone that like Gunther or somebody that dethrones Gunther, like someone like a Seth Rollins or I don't know, or even Drew McIntyre even defeats Gunther, and then we could see him. That's where Drew McIntyre's like, I wonder who's I'm going to face, and then this is where like it'll be none other than CM Punk, with Drew McIntyre complains like he wants to be anybody but him, even though he did win the Royal Rumble, like with him surprising him, and this is where they can even main event like at least night one, while Cody and The Rock will have night two. Like, and that's the beauty of two nights. Like, where like if you don't know who to decide should main event WrestleMania, you don't have to worry about being one night when you can have two nights to do it on Saturdays and Sundays. But yeah, hopefully that will happen. And yeah, once again, please let me know like if you're well invested into this. But we're gonna we're gonna move on to the next news. But yeah, this is very interesting to see. But let's we got the next up. We got an absent WWE star hypes Bad Blood like 2024 amid return speculation. Like former WWE, it says a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins like has hyped the Bad Blood PLE event like amid return speculation. It says on the August 5th edition of Monday Night Raw, Bronson Reed decided to attack the visionary to make a name for himself. In the process, like Reed hit six consecutive tsunamis off the top rope onto Seth Rollins, taking him out of action since then. Ahead of the NFL Sunday Night Football game between the Baltimore Ravens and Seth Rollins appeared to greet the fans in Baltimore. Wow, he was in attendance? I did not know that. And the funny coincidence, I reviewed this yesterday, the Sunday Night Football, but I didn't see him in attendance because so and let alone the camera showing him, so I did not know this until reading this right now on the wrestling news. But make sure to check out my Baltimore Ravens versus Buffalo Bills review video on the other video that's before this, which you can see it on YouTube. It says like it was like from hours ago, like probably over 12, 13, 14 hours ago. But anyways, like in a video post like to WWE's Twitter account, Seth Rollins hyped up like WWE Bad Blood 2024 and seemingly teased his return to the company. He said, "Don't forget like to watch SmackDown like this Friday, like on the USA Network, like on 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, and October 5th." Only on Peacock. Like WWE brings to you Bad Blood. You're not gonna want to miss it. As previously reported, Seth Rollins also recently appeared during the Indianapolis Colts versus the Bears game, and got into it in an interaction with a former NFL star, which is T.Y. Hilton. But anyways, Seth Rollins' rival Bronson Reed also on Rollins being ejected at the Colts versus Bears game, which you can read more right on the link. But I'm gonna show you a little video of what Seth Rollins had to say right here. Don't forget to watch SmackDown. Here's the video of the visionary. SmackDown Fridays on USA. That laugh never gets old. But what are your thoughts on to Seth Rollins hyping the Bad Blood PLE? Do you think this is a sign that he could be making his return to the making his return from his injury, or do you think that it's all just some probably some free publicity advertisements? Because I believe Sunday Night Football comes on Peacock as well, along with being on NBC in America, but I don't know where you get y'all's broadcasting from outside of America. But all I know is like it's an NBC and then also the Sunday and also on Peacock on streaming. But yeah, I guess they could just do this because they're all part of the Peacock brand, I guess you could say. Like they could do like with Seth Rollins happen to be in attendance there because he likes football along with wrestling, just like yours truly SNA, and then there's a couple other wrestlers that I know that do also like it as well. Like with one of them could one of them I don't know. I should bring them up, but yeah, let me know about this in the comment section right down below. Like, do you think this is the tease that Rollins could return on WWE television, or do you think this is just some they're just he was just doing like a little a little what they call advertisements, like doing a favor for like a favor from WWE, during his attendees in the game, like when telling people that if they're watching this on Peacock, you could see him saying like, yeah, make sure to also watch Bad Blood on the streaming service as well. But I don't know what to say about this on this matter. But either way, let me know down in the comment section right down below. But let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about moving on. We got a WWE legend comments on a potential AEW move, like following his appearances on for wrestling companies outside of the Stanford-based one, like the likes of TNA, AAA, MLW, and GCW. The WWE Hall of Famer JBL has addressed a potential move to AEW. JBL has found himself back in the pro wrestling headlines after making numerous appearances outside of WWE. The former WWE champion has appeared in TNA Wrestling, GCW, AAA, and even MLW in recent months. During in a recent Q&A for Sportskeeda, JBL to appear for AEW in the future on potentially appearing in AEW. He answered, "I didn't tell anybody I was going to these other promotions, and I wouldn't tell anybody if I was going there either. I've always been a lifelong WWE guy, and I've always been loyal to WWE. So probably not. But as they say never. Like hypothetically, like WWE gave me my big break, and everything I have right now is because of WWE. I'm an incredible loyal person to the institution. They've been absolutely wonderful to me. I could never see myself like being somewhere else. Now, I'm not saying it wouldn't happen, but that association for me, that's almost a 30-year relationship. JBL has started a storyline with Nick Nemeth, like in both AAA and TNA wrestling, after helping him win the top titles in both promotions. And speaking in the same Q&A, in the same Q&A, JBL addressed his current WWE contract status following following these appearances and in these outside promotions. And we're going to be getting, but I want to ask you this question before I get into this one. I get into this story, but what are your thoughts on JBL's status in the WWE and his Legends contract? Do you think it'll eventually expire and then he'll move on to another promotion like AEW and be like some kind of a manager there? Or do you think he's too loyal to leave the company that he was famous in? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. Like, that's a very tough choice. But I think JBL would stay, like he said, like because he has that 30-year bond with the company that made him a megastar, or one of the megastars in the company. And yeah, he said, and he also said, like, yeah, never say never though. Like at the same time, he's saying it's not gonna happen, but it's likely that he's not sure if he would go there. Like if he's loyal to the core to WWE, which I think he's gonna stick around for a while until, like, if WWE eventually start making a partnership with the Jacksonville-based promotion. Some tells me they will, like if they stop being like competition to each other, of them trying to get some ratings out of the other and taking shots at each other and finally coming up with some kind of an agreement, I would not put it past. But maybe like for now, like it's not gonna be happening. Like that's probably not gonna happen until a little while. Like TNA, like they were like total competitors for like a decade and a half ago. Like, but look at them now. Like they're working together, even though it's like in the like with an NXT deal, and it's because that Endeavor is partnering with TNA. That's the reason why they doing this collaboration. Like, of course, so that makes sense why they're doing like this little TNA NXT kind of crossover. But yeah, I can see that happening. Like let's say if Endeavor start partnering with AEW, I can see that happening. Like even if it's like on special occasions, like at a Survivor Series event or WrestleMania or anything like that, or even Royal Rumble. Yeah, we can see them like on big, like see wrestlers from the promotion like on WWE's like 4 big pay-per-views, like a WrestleMania, a SummerSlam, a Survivor Series, like a WWE versus like a WWE versus AEW style like or Survivor Series elimination style Team WWE versus Team AEW kind of match. We can see that. We can see like a couple of AEW wrestlers could even show up on the Royal Rumble. Like we can see stuff like that happen if they do some kind of an agreement with the Jacksonville-based promotion, and we can even see them being involved in WrestleMania matches as well. It's like something similar to like what's it called, SummerSlam, because that is Summer WrestleMania, I guess you could call it. But anyways, back to the next news. Like let's move on. We got from one news about JBL to another, like with WWE legends, with the WWE legend says current contract speculation is 100% wrong. And it says right here, says right here that the WWE Hall of Famer says speculation over over his contract. Why is it there? Like if it's more than one person, but anyway, like his current contract situation is 100% wrong. Like following several recent appearances for other companies, like in recent months, like WWE Hall of Famer John Bradshaw Layfield has made surprise appearances for the likes of AAA, TNA Wrestling, MLW, and even GCW. All while reportedly like still being under a WWE Legends deal. Following his recent outside endeavors, like JBL did a Q&A with Sportskeeda, and in that same Q&A, in which he discussed his WWE contract status, like when asked like whether he was still in fact still signed by WWE, but JBL replied, "I'm going to answer this politely correct as possible about my contract. I can tell you like 100% this I've seen speculation about me on the internet. It's all wrong, 100% wrong. I'm not going to answer whether I am or not because WWE has always had a confidently clause and excuse me, like in it, like I've never thought it was good business to discuss my contract or anybody else's. Like, sorry, like that. I'm refusing to answer. The speculation about me has been wrong. Like, despite his recent appearances for companies outside WWE, JBL did recently admit that he hoped to make a return to the company in an on-screen capacity following the failure of his brief pairing with Baron Corbin in 2023. A return to WWE television and like to be perhaps somebody's manager, and who should it be? I think I already know who it could possibly be, and let's just say this name could possibly be. I mean, it's not possibly like this name. It happens to be on NXT. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And whether if JBL wants to go to the black and yellow brand, I yeah, he has an opportunity with that guy that kind of looks similar to him, like when it comes to its fighting skills, if that makes sense. Like, or he could wait for him to be on the main roster and be more recognized. Like if nobody does not really or really familiar with this guy, then we can have TNA. I mean, we can have JBL, the right letter initials I should be using, which is somebody's name, which is JBL. He can have JBL could come in there and he can fit into that role, like with him saying like this is the new Bradshaw on the business, like or the actual modern day wrestling god or whatever you want to put him as. Which I think he should be like the APA version because he kind of reminded me of the old JBL when he was Bradshaw. Yeah. But let me know what your opinions on the matter of this in the comment section right down below. But let's move on to the next slide. But oh yeah, but again, like, what are your thoughts on the JBL? Revelating a little bit about whoever's been speculating about him and his contract is 100% false. And do you agree with the former WWE champion? Let me know also about that in the comments as well. That's very interesting to say for him to say that. Like, is it because is it about it using his name outside of the company? Like because due to WWE owning it, I believe. Like I assume that it could be that, but let me know if you think so or not, like down below as well. But let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about the WWE star defends recent heel-like actions, and following the growing tensions like between the New Day, like WWE Raw star Xavier Woods, like has defended like actions over the past few weeks. The New Day's Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods have been displaying some uncharacteristic the dissension like between one another on WWE Raw. And it says right here, like the two baby faces have been disagreeing like on decisions, while Woods has shown growing frustration with their failures as a unit. And it says right here, like on the September 23rd edition of Monday Night Raw, Woods got into and a disagreement with Rey Mysterio, which led to a match being set up between the two. And it says right here on September 29th, Xavier Woods took to his social media to defend his recent heel-like actions in promoting his bout against Rey Mysterio. He wrote, former tag team champion, former world champion, like former United States champion, former cruiserweight champion, and even a WWE Hall of Famer. Like Rey Mysterio is incredible, but that doesn't change the fact that I am, and forever will be the right. Like Xavier Woods heel turn, like permitting like the New Day are on course to celebrate their 10th-year anniversary this November. And following New Day's family member, Big E also commented on the recent New Day tensions, which you can read about right here in a moment. But before I get into that, what are your thoughts on Xavier Woods tweeting this yesterday? And do you think this heel turn, this slow heel turn is working? And what are your thoughts on this match? Do you think Xavier was going to win with dirty tactic, like to the tease that he could be turning heel very soon, which I think it's only just a matter of months, like actually like less than 2 months, like when I can see Xavier Woods could finally turn heel at this point. But like I said plenty of times before, I think this from one New Day to another. The former WWE champion Big E has addressed the tension between Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods over the past few months. Like WWE fans has seen like growing tensions like being showcased like by Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods of the New Day. And after being targeted like by carrying cross in the Final Testament, Woods started to feel insecure. Like well, I was about to say just like secure, but when he's feeling the total opposite, being insecure, like about like his lack of singles success, like in compassion, like to his New Day stablemates, like that has only be like compounded like by the fact the duo has been unable to capture tag team gold like since 2021. And speaking with Sports Talk Philly, New Day's Big E like discussed the recent tension like between Woods and Kingston. He said, "We've had a long run. 10 years is a very long time. We've been guys where you've never really seen any tension from us, but Kofi and Woods right now are going through a bit of turmoil." I think I think that happens like in any marriage, like whether it's a long lasting one or not, but that's how people approach being a team together. Like it feels very much like a marriage in the way you communicate, like and sometimes you're not always on the same page. I don't know exactly what he's alluding to. I've for the most like part been hands off like with what those guys are going through right now. I'm still very connected, but it's one of those things where I don't want to meddle or be involved if I'm not asked to be involved. I'm hopeful that whether they are going through, they will figure out. Reflecting on their tag team, as we come close. Reflecting on the tag team as we come close, like to the 10-year anniversary, of the New Day. And we spent a decade together, even at a time when no one foresaw us doing these incredible things. The only reason we made it through the tough times in 2014 and 2015 was because we stuck together. It was us against everyone that stood in our way. Like so, I hope more than anything like that, those guys always like remember why we started this, like why we came together and how much how much we care about each other. Like ultimately, that's really what matters. Even when we're done wrestling, it's a friendship and a bond that will survive long past our in ring days. And I hope they never forget that. Elsewhere in the interview, Big E shared a potential WWE return update, and fans can read it more right here, which I'm gonna get into because it sounds very exciting. Hopefully, it's more sooner than we think it is. But before I get into all that, think this is only just like a typical like tag team thing, this is like when there's a disagreement, they're gonna express it to each other and they're gonna argue about it, like writing to each other's faces, like a marriage couple, like they like sometimes they're together, sometimes they're together, sometimes they're together and have agreements, and sometimes they go for disagreements, and then and there's some that just go for there's some marriage relationships that last forever, and there's some that don't last forever, and they just go file for divorce. But yeah, but do you agree? Do you think that they're going to be back? They're going to be back on the same page, or do you think there's only just a matter of weeks when we do see Woods finally pull the plug and finally drop the axe on Kofi Kingston and show him his true colors and turning into a heel? Let me know. And speaking in that same interview to Sports Talk Philly, he said, more than anything, I'm just every day as it comes. I know that sounds like a clinch, but I get scans again in another 3 to 6 months. And if they look great, and the doctors say it's a healthy for me to go back, then that's something where we'll sit down and talk about it. But I try not to spend too much time worrying about it. Uh, things I can't things that I cannot control. It's nice to know that if I get the opportunity to get back in the ring and I can do it healthily, then let's do that. Let's attack it fully. But it's but if not, I know exactly what I want to do, and I'm excited about that path too. Big E suffered a broken neck on SmackDown in March of 2022 following a botched belly suplex from Ridge Holland. But what are your this matter? Do you think that we can see Big E coming back at any moment, like in the future, of course, like in a very unpredictable manner? Do you think he will come back anytime in 2025, perhaps? Or what are your thoughts on to that? Or do you think it could be sooner? Maybe it could be like in December of 2024 this year. And do you think it could be in a program with Xavier Woods, with him being presented on Monday Night Raw, and he could be presented as a Raw guy, considering that's where his New Day brethren is currently wrestling on. Which this it's possible. I wouldn't rule it out, but let me know what y'all opinions are in the comment section right down below. But let's move on to the next slide. We got some very shocking news that Kanye West spotted in attendance, at a wrestling event. And gee, I wonder what wrestling event in particular it may be. Well, only way to find out is to read the story about where exactly Kanye West was located, for a wrestling event. And it says right here, the rapper and fashion mogul Kanye West has been spotted in attendance at a pro wrestling Noah event in Japan on September 30th. Wow, he's a Japanese wrestling fan. I did not know Kanye West is in pro wrestling Noah. I did not know that. Anyways, it says right here, Kanye West has often been a topic of discussions in pro wrestling throughout his successful music career. That is until several months ago, when the Grammy-winning rapper performed at a local Joshi Japan. Maybe that's what made him into a Japanese pro wrestling fan. But anyways, back to the back to the story. On September 30th, Kanye West appeared in the crowd for Pro Wrestling Noah's Sunny Voyage event at the Shin the Shinjuku face in Tokyo, Japan. The event featured in Pro Wrestling Noah, saw stars like Kaito Kayam. Kayima, Kano, Hiho Del, Hiho Dr. Wagner Jr., and more. During the Tokyo show, fans spotted the award-winning rapper and his crew in the crowd, and it says right here West even dapped up Los Galpidores most specifically Alpha Wolf and Dragon Bane, Super Crazy and Daga during the entrance as can be seen right onto this video footage posted on social media. And it remains to be seen if Kanye West will pop up again at another wrestling event at time of this writing. However, Wrestle Talk will be sure to post further updates when it does become available. But here's a video of the interaction with the wrestlers and the rapper, with them making an entrance, and then they giving a fist dap to the award-winning rapper. But what are your thoughts onto this? And do you think that we could see Kanye West can be in attendance at a WWE show or perhaps even an AEW show, down the lines? If he does happen to run into a wrestling event, let me know down in the comment section right down below. And do you think there's going to be plenty of more Kanye West appearances at wrestling shows more often? Or do you think it's just going to be a one-off because he happens to be a Joshi Pro Wrestling kind of fan? But yeah, either way, just let me know right down below. But let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about a WWE star references AEW tag team in a new diss track. And it says and we got some total intriguing news about the potential debuts of a former AEW tag team of a current WWE star has released a new entrance diss track on their upcoming opponents, referencing their time in the NA tag team in AEW. WWE NXT is set to move to the CW network, being the tomorrow night's October 1st episode of the show taking place in Chicago, Illinois. The main event of that show will set to see the NXT champion Ethan Page will be defending the championship against Trick Williams, with CM Punk serving as the special guest referee during the match. Trick has recently dappled in diss tracks ahead of big matches, recently releasing a track on rival Pete Dunne. Now Trick has released another diss track, this time aimed at Ethan Page, and Trick didn't hold back in his new song. It says Trick made mention of Ethan's time in AEW, referencing his time in the Men of the Year tag team alongside Scorpio Sky, saying, I'm the man of the year, no Scorpio Sky. Yeah, that's a very good one. Yeah, I did not realize that he was referring to that tag team with what's his name, with Ethan Page was teaming with Scorpio Sky when he was the TNT champion at the time, a couple years back, when they had Dan Lambert as their manager. But anyways, the Men of the Year wasn't the only old team of Pages mentioned, like in the song, like with Trick also making reference like to the North Pages team in TNA with Josh Alexander. He added, "I'm a I'm I'm gonna take it from you. I'm taking from you. Sent you back to the North." And no, he's not just talking about Canada, like, but also talking about his team that he used to been in with Josh Alexander. But I'm gonna show you the video of it once I get done reading this. Saying Trick is not the only wrestler to release a diss song towards Page, like with Joe Hendry, like recently released the video of his song, put on some clothes, like performed on Mercy. But here's the diss track that Trick Williams did, like which that's taking a shot to All Legal Ethan Page, which is also the current NXT champion.
All right, Page, you came to NXT. You came to my house, but you ain't take your shoes off at the door. Playtime is over. Welcome to the CW. Let's talk about it. Now who they Drake. Y'all done messed up and let me blow up. Put Ethan in the game and I'ma run the score up. Let's talk about himself, ego, he loves himself. Say he killin' with a smile, now he killin' with his breath. Let's talk about it. Take 15 minutes to drop a track, yeah. Won't take 15 minutes to whoop your ass. Talk about it. Scream whoop that across the globe. Need to do like Joe Hendry said, but I'm the guy, no lie. NXT is mine. I'm the man of the year, no Scorpio sky. Let's talk about it. I mean, he tried to make a run, play dumb. I'ma sing it back the way it came from. Now who they want? Drake. Now Drake. You came to NXT and tried to take it with the buzz. You came to NXT, the people ain't know who you was. They call me Trick Willie and I'm in the top spot. They call you Ethan Page and you got a mother job. Talk about Uncle Book, now it's a rap, man. I bet these hands have you running like a track. Let's talk about it. Don't backtrack when I see you in Iraq, man. Cause I'll be on the block eating eyes like a black man. Game over, dog, title ain't even yours. I'ma take us from you, sing it back to the north. We about to spin it again, then I'ma win it again. See the punk is the ram, but you bring out who they want. And look, man, don't get it twisted. Ethan, I do respect your game. Let's talk about it. But you gotta respect mine. Because I am the one. Trick Willie the anointed. Now who they Trick Willie the knockout on. Trick Willie the people champ. I'm Trick Willie Wonka. I'm Trick Jaguars. Tricky P. Williams. And the beast of a back up to give me my title back. I'm at your head top. You don't want it bad as I do, dog. Believe that. Now whoop that. Now who they want? Now who they want? Yeah, you want.
And first of all, like, what's your opinion onto this music video? Do you thought that was pretty phenomenal, or what's your taste on to this music? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. And do you think this is a very total confidential message, that a perfect confidential message to send right onto Ethan Page's way, like to show him that he is will dethrone him for that championship and take it right back and become a two-time NXT champion, like along with the likes of Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura, Tommaso Ciampa, Finn Balor, with him potentially being the 5th ever NXT wrestler to win the belt. Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But we're going to end today's wrestling news video with CM Punk shared a new video about his dog Larry. Oh, before I get into that, I want to ask you: I do think that the Trick Williams song will get him a spot on the radio, like with someone in the radio station will play it. I do think he's going to win a Grammy probably next year in 2025, or do you think the radio station, any radio station wouldn't take it so serious to the point that they'll just leave it on the internet, like with him? Punk's Larry has been mentioned multiple times on WWE television since his return, with the name alongside front of Punk and McIntyre's feud on Raw, and it's right here, though Punk didn't appear on last week's episode of Raw, he was present backstage, and so too was the main man himself, Larry. And it says Triple H meeting up with Bianca Belair, as well as Punk sharing a video of Drew McIntyre's mind. Punk.
I mean, he's just so lovable. He's like the cutest little creature. He's got a bad attitude. He's a lot like me. He's a little handful, but I can't picture the last 10 years of my life without this little guy. So it's cool I get to bring him here to work because he loves being sociable. He loves people. Hey, look at this. Hi. Say hi to Kofi. These are the dogs that need the saving and the rescuing. The kind of the forgotten misfits. That's exactly what Larry is. But he's ironically now probably one of the more famous dogs.
So you don't feel alone.
Obvious downside of sharing Larry with the world is you get somebody like Drew McIntyre, who, regardless of what anybody wants to say, we're here to wrestle and entertain the people, and I don't really see a need to bring people's personal lives into it. He's used Larry to make this extremely personal, and it motivates me all the more just to be done with it and hopefully end Drew's entire career, so people know that is the line you do not cross. Then, yeah. All right, we're leaving, buddy. We're gonna go on the mountain. Well, you go. I like to share things with my fans, but I also try to be intensely private, so a lot of the time stuff involving myself and my wife, I won't share, but I think Larry is for everybody. Everybody smiles when they see him. When you're walking down the street and strangers see him, they smile.
And what are your thoughts on this video? And do you think that we're gonna see Larry more often on on WWE. Like, well, we haven't seen him on screen yet, at least not yet. But are we gonna? Do you think we're gonna see him like more sooner? Like we're gonna see him like being what's that featured more often on WWE programming? Like all thanks to his pet owner dad CM Punk. Let me know down in the comment section right down below. And do you thought that was pretty adorable that Larry made an appearance backstage, like to everybody in WWE, and was introduced introduced with the likes of Rhea Ripley, Kofi Kingston, and Bianca Belair. He very adorable. He reminds me of my family dog I had for over 12 years, which I still have to this day. And and I always make a joke about him being similar to like CM Punk's dog, even though he's a different breed. But he kind of has a little bit like a facial expression, just like Larry. But yeah, I just like little doggies. Yeah, they're just so adorable. Yeah, basically. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna let you guys let me know what your thoughts on that video and then this news story, and let me know if we're gonna see Larry more often on WWE programming. Like, let me know all about that. But I guess that's it for today, and that's all. Again, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and if so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button, consider it to subscribe, and then post notification bell as well, like for more SNA videos. And also, make sure to check out my Monday Night Raw review video where I'm talking about like matches like the last Monster Standing match between Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman, which that's definitely gonna be a smashing banger. And then we're gonna have a very interesting match between Rey Mysterio and Xavier Woods, which I believe this is probably the first time I saw these two fought in a one-on-one match, which some tells me we're gonna see more often. Like as soon as Xavier Woods does go heel on Kofi, which will probably be in November. But let me know what your thoughts who's going to win these matches respectively, and let me know also which one was your favorite wrestling news story out of this list. I also had to give it to Trick Williams on that very funny music message to what's his name, to Ethan Page, by referencing his former times in AEW and TNA as the North or the Men of the Year, name dropping Scorpio Sky, which that was totally hilarious on that one. But yeah, and also I'll say Seth Rollins when he looked like he's kind of teasing an in-ring return or on-screen return or whatever the scenario may be. But first, I think he should start things off with him trying to get some revenge on Bronson Reed, which I wouldn't be surprised if he did even made a return which that would be super surprising. Which I'm gonna even mention we got some surprise return and some really great matches and stuff like that to build things up into their upcoming premium live event. But yeah, I'm just gonna let y'all guys go right on here. Again, I hope y'all guys have a wonderful Monday afternoon for the rest of y'all's day. And I'll see you all on the next video on the Raw one, of course, with some more SNA content until me to get Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye-bye, my Assassinators. Y'all take care and have a super ninja awesome day.